What's going on, guys? Today is Trending Tuesday, and we're going to talk about one of the most insane crashes that I've seen in the Daytona 500 that happened last night. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Trend Tuesday. My name is Jacob Billett. I'm the CEO of Billett Enterprises. A lot of you guys know that I'm a big Ford fan. I'm also a big Ford investor. I did work for Ford as well, so I do stay on top of some of the racing. Now, I decided to do this Trending Tuesday video on the massive wreck that happened on the final lap here at the Daytona 500 that involved a Ford driver by the name of Ryan Newman driving the number 6 car. I'll go ahead and I got some really cool clips and some great still images. So we're going to go ahead and play that, kind of go through it a little bit and see what you guys' thoughts are on it here on Trending Tuesday. So this video is courtesy of NASCAR Fox, and let's take a look.
Here comes Hamlin up the outside. Wow. Crash into the wall, into the air goes Newman.
I mean, he just gets pummeled by Mr. LaJole's vehicle.
Finish to the 62nd annual Daytona 500 ended with a scare, but moments ago NASCAR confirmed that Ryan Newman is in serious condition with non-life-threatening injuries after the horrifying accident. Watch as his number 6 car gets bumped from behind by fellow driver Ryan Blaney as the two fight towards the finish line.
So you guys can see right there, right? So obviously Newman's trying to draft off of Hamlin, and because Hamlin did have the lead lap for a little bit, Newman kind of took him over, and then again there was another slingshot engage, and Hamlin went ahead and won this race by the second closest finish in Daytona 500 history. But you'll watch, like Corey LaJole, like he just slams into Newman's vehicle, and I mean he's going 200 miles an hour and just put him up in the air pretty hard. Let's take a look.
Slamming into the wall and eventually going airborne before being hit on the driver's side by another car going about 200 miles per hour. It quickly burst into flames with Newman inside.
And so, like with the wreckage and everything, when you're watching Daytona 500, there's a ton of fuel that was going out as well. And take a look at this finish. So second consecutive win by Hamlin, and it's the second closest Daytona 500 victory in recorded history of Daytona 500. I mean, that finish is absolutely insane. Obviously, Hamlin's in the 11 car.
Inches, prompting a wild celebration as rescue personnel quickly transported Newman to a nearby hospital. The owner of Hamlin's.
So here's some of the stills right here. So I mean, you can see. So here's poor old Newman right here, right, number 6, and that's 32. That's Corey LaJole right there, or Corey LaJole right there, that ended up hitting him. This was after he got spun out trying to draft on Hamlin's car, and I mean, it just shot him up like a freaking rocket. Here's another kind of a cool picture of it right here. And so, yeah, so there he is. I mean, just flipping around. And, I mean, he slid for a considerable distance. So, again, yeah, he went up. You guys saw the video. He did hit the wall and came back, and that's when LaJole smashed him. But look at that picture right there. I mean, look at the height on that vehicle. And then you can see, obviously, the flags. But, or some of the staff up there. But, yeah, what an insane wreck. I mean, there's the back end of his Ford right there. But you know, there's been a lot of people talking about you know, Hamlin you know, celebrating and doing a bunch of stuff. And so I want to show some of the Twitter accounts that's associated with these guys here, so you all can see. So this right here is Denny Hamlin, right? So he's going out giving the prayers out to Ryan Newman. He had no idea the severity of the crash. So when I was watching the Daytona 500, I'm like, man, it's kind of a dick move, right? Like he's up there celebrating, he's doing his burnouts, you know, doing his victory lap and all that. And it's a pretty serious wreck. I mean, it just reminded me a lot of the wreck back in 2001. And but he's coming out and saying he had no idea what the severity was. He wasn't able to go. Obviously, he didn't go back to see what was going on. So he had no idea how crazy this was. And so that was kind of cool that he came out with that, because I remember sitting there going, damn, man, like that was a pretty serious wreck. And this dude didn't really give two shits. But on now looking at it in hindsight, he just had no idea. And then like Corey LaJole, right? So this is the number 32 car that came up and just smashed Newman. He had no idea. He just, with the smoke that was in front of him, LaJole saying that those guys are going so damn fast. I mean, they have just no idea. A little bit of smoke out in front of him, all of a sudden, boom, he's into Newman. So, I mean, what did you guys think about the accident? I mean, it's, again, in my memory, Daytona 500 wise, I think this is one of the craziest Daytona 500s that I saw. Not only do we have, Trump coming out, opening it up, but then we also did have the rain delay, and then that big accident early on during the race, and then obviously it going into overtime as well, and then having that big accident on the final lap. So prayers out there for Newman. I hope you get better, man. And again, let me know what you guys think in the chat. And go Ford. I mean, Ford, besides obviously getting the top spot, Ford dominated top 10, man. So good job, Ford. And I'll catch you all on the next video. Later.